Have you heard this very famous tech quote, uh, worn like a badge of honor in Silicon Valley? We move fast and we break things. Well, I was one of the people who used to live that quote, and I broke a lot of things, including myself. And then I had to give up my role as management in a tech organization and step outside. This is my story. My name is Ravi Verma. I've spent 27 years in the software product development industry. First on the inside, I was a software engineer, got promoted very early in my career to positions of management, became a manager, senior manager, director. And I was one of the people who moves fast and breaks things with a lot of pride until one day I couldn't do it anymore. And then I gave up. I left the delivery role and I came outside and I started working on training, coaching, consulting, trying to find better ways for software product development companies to deliver value to all stakeholders in a sustainable way. This weekend, I had an epiphany, and that inspired this video. The epiphany came from reading this book, Unlearning Silence by Elaine Lynn Herring. Beautiful book. There was one passage which touched me and inspired this talk. Elaine talks about the distinction between reactive decision making and reflective decision making. As I look past at almost 27 years of lived experience in the software product development industry, whether on the inside or the outside, I noticed this urge in myself that a message comes in on Slack, I've got to react. An email comes, I've got to react. I'm on a call, people are saying something, I've got to react immediately. I felt that there was a dominant bias in the tech industry which silences a voice which wants to pause and reflect and think before doing anything. And the bias was speed trumps everything. Now, I can understand speed is important if you're getting hacked, sensitive information is being spilled out or stolen. Yes, speed is important. You've got to react. I can understand if you have a severity 1 defect, the server is down, money is being lost, customers are being hurt. Yes, you got to react. But if 24/7, 365, there is this anxiety, there's this feeling that, hey, speed trumps everything, there is no time to reflect, something's going on, it's not right. I noticed a second bias in the tech industry, which I modeled myself, which silenced another voice of reflection. And the bias is I know everything. There were many times when I could sense in my body this is a problem where I don't even know if I understand the problem. Forget about solution. But I felt something either inside me or perhaps also outside me made it unsafe for me to give voice to the possibility that maybe I don't know everything. And in the tech industry, which is very often dominated by people like me, males in positions of power, it feels like it's unsafe for a male manager in the technical ladder to say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't think I know this. I don't know how to solve this problem. Let me go figure it out, or let me go get help. The third thing which I felt silences voices inside the tech industry, and again, I'm guilty of this, I have been guilty of this, is devaluing the human aspect. Even now, if you look at the LinkedIn feed, if you look at the barrage of information coming at you in the tech industry, most of it is likely going to be about generative AI, artificial intelligence, very little about human intelligence, team intelligence, community intelligence. So I remember when I was in a position of power, I would silence voices which invited me to find a better way to deliver value to stakeholders by integrating the wisdom of my team. I used to say all this touchy feely stuff is BS. The fourth bias I felt I observed in 27 years in the tech industry was delivery trumps everything. It was such a ruthless machine. Just deliver, deliver, deliver. Get more features out with less people, less time, less money, and just keep delivering releases. The costs be damned. And I feel it has created this kind of a ruthless machinery in the tech industry which chews up and spits out people. And when I talk to people in the tech industry who are working in some massive companies, which are very successful. And I asked them, hey, what's it like to work on the inside of this company? Most people are so darn exhausted. Uh, we are destroying human potential in the tech industry at a massive scale by silencing voices which challenge the notion that sometimes it's not okay to move fast and break things if you're breaking the same darn thing over and over again. And most importantly, if you're breaking the human potential of people working on your teams. So, what do you do about it? Two things. One, if you're in the tech industry and you have these feelings, something is not right, I want to validate and affirm what you're going through. Maybe it's not right. So, don't suppress that, don't silence that voice. Second, what do you do about it? Uh, Read this book. And even if you can't solve the problem, sometimes it's very validating to get external validation that, yeah, maybe there is a problem. And then if you want to continue the conversation, send me a message, private message, or comment on this post. And let's see if we can make things a little bit better in the tech industry. So we move fast and we break things, but we don't break the same darn thing over and over again. Until our next conversation. Thank you. Bye bye.